Hi Leo, welcome to your deep love read for September. We're going to be dealing with just the tarot today. This is a very highly requested reading, so let's get right into it. Let's start off with a yes/no question. Remember, these messages are general, Leo. Don't try to make it fit if it doesn't fit. May not be your reading this time. You want to check your rising sun, moon sign, and Venus. Okay, those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. And the way this works with the yes/no spread is because this has to do with relationship and only relationship, I want you to formulate a question that would require either a yes, a no, a not yet, or yes, but you need to really work at it. And we're going to be pulling qualifiers for that. So formulate the question. You want to ask the same question the same way, full sentence format, 3 times. Out loud is great. That would be the best. If you can't, at least to yourself. Full question format. Now, as I'm shuffling the cards, try to do your best to relax. Relax the belly, your belly, relax your shoulders. Breathing best is to breathe into your belly to do a Buddha breath. Fill your belly with air like it's a water balloon. Relax your shoulders and focus on the cards as you ask the question, okay? Messages for Leo. Card number 1. Death or rebirth. This is a no. Second card. 2 of Cups is a yes. Card number 3. King of Cups is a yes. So we have 2 yeses and a no, which means most likely yes, but you're going to have to do something in order to make it happen. Okay, that really is what it means, right? It is most likely yes, but not yet. So what do we need to understand first? And this is for, I'm going to be interpreting for singles. If you're in a relationship, if you guys are in a weird space, maybe you're temporarily broken up. So we're going to pull 2 qualifiers for each. We have the Lover's energy. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there needs to be a decision, very straight up. There needs to be a decision made, Leo. Do you want it? Do they want it? 10 of Wands. 9 of Swords. That makes sense. In the middle of it all. 6 of Pentacles. Clarifying the King of Cups. Also clarifying the King of Cups. 5 of Wands. Okay, that makes sense to me. Let's get right into it. So we have the death and rebirth, the Scorpio energy, 8th house. So the 8th house, ruled by Pluto, is all about transformation. So it's something needing to end in order for something to be rebirthed, right? Now, this is the landlord, this is the energy of the 8th house, guys. And what happens in the 8th house is, besides transformation, that sounds very sort of, airy-fairy, like what does that even mean? Really, it addresses how we show up in relationship. It's not a me energy, it's a we energy. It has to do with our partner's money, how does our money and our resources blend with our partners? How does our form of communication blend with our partners? How does our idea of intimacy blend with that through which our partner is able to experience it with us, right? And it's this we energy, right? And how we show up in relationship. So when we get this, though, this indicates that a cycle needs to end in order for something else to be birthed, right? But now the big question is it going to happen? Because the Lover's energy is about asking that big question, particularly because this is a relationship read, and relationship, making the decision to make it work. You need to make the decision together as a couple to work on it together, exclusively together. So if there have been any other energies involved, you got to get rid of the other energies once and for all. You know what I'm saying, right? And making that decision to stay committed to working on it, because this is the thing. The Lover's energy is not, oh, I love you, you love me, unicorns and butterflies, let's ride off into the sunset. No, it's about recognizing this stuff. You guys have issues that need to be worked on, and making the commitment to actually do what's necessary to make it work. And it's through the blessing of Archangel Raphael and the luminary of the sun that blesses this energy. But it's only through making that solid set decision so that you guys can have your wish fulfillment. Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment energy. It's Jupiter and Pisces. Jupiter expands whatever it's in, and Pisces is all about our dreams and wishes. So in order to have what it is that you want, in order for this to be rebirthed, you guys have to be on the same page. So this is why we got 2 yeses and 1 no. That decision needs to be made and work needs to be put in. And then we have the 2 of Cups, which is really saying, all right, let's do this. Let me give you my heart. Let me, you give me yours. And really making that very deep, solid commitment to putting in the work. I don't care if you guys have been together for 50 years. The 2 of Cups energy is a young energy. And because we got it with the Scorpio energy, with the death card, the death and rebirth. There's a newness here to this connection. Okay? There's definitely newness. Now, for those of you who haven't been in a relationship for a really long time, and there's no one you feel like really in your energy of potential, you know what I'm saying? The death here is in recognizing you don't want to be single anymore. You want to be in a partnership. But in order for you to be in a partnership, you have to understand here that you need to make the decision to allow yourself to be partnered, Leo. It's not going to come knocking at your door. That in order for you to have your wish fulfillment, you have to put yourself out there. And you have to have a certain level of be discriminating in it all, right? Really be discriminating. Don't allow yourself to just kind of, go with the flow. Be very deliberate is what I want to say in getting into this sort of connection. Because I feel like once you make this decision, all right, you know what? Once and for all, I really want to just be in a good relationship. And it's making that decision to open that element up in yourself and say to yourself, I know it's going to be work. It's not going to be fun all the time. There's going to be work involved, and as soon as you do that, you're going to meet somebody. And we have the 10 of Wands and the 9 of Swords, all qualifying that. So this is not going to be so easy to have this new beginning. For those of you in a relationship where you're reconnecting or you're in a challenging cycle, right? Because guys, listen, I mean, keeping it real, we could be married for 10, 20, 30 years. It doesn't matter how long. There's an ebb and flow that happens in the healthiest of relationships, right? So this is really, I feel like, speaking most to those who are in maybe like a negative ebb and flow kind of situation. As we have the 9 of Swords and the 10 of Wands, this is the 3 a.m. anxiety, depression card, really struggling with trying to figure things out, really struggling with the reality of something. This is Mars and Gemini. Mars is the warrior planet. Gemini is all about thought. Mental communication, right? But this is very internal. So this is internal communication you're having, right? But before you be all negative, start getting all negative on Mars, because Mars is the warrior planet. Mars is the warrior planet always for our highest good. What is Mars? Mars rules war. Why do we go to war? Oh, we can argue all day long whether war is bad, good, or indifferent, right? Whatever. But let's stick with the metaphor of it, right? Mars represents going to war to serve our highest good. It's the tower. It's pulling us away from something or a way of thinking that's not serving. And so Mars is in there really trying to reason out within you what needs to be released that's not serving you anymore in order for you to move into something that's more authentic for you. And this could have to do with getting in touch with where you might need to change, Leo, or what you will no longer tolerate in a relationship because you just can't anymore. And getting in touch with that. And realizing that whatever's been going on, it's got to go. 10 of Wands, got to put the wands down. Became too taxing. 10 of Wands became too heavy, became so heavy that you couldn't see the next step in front of you. It's Mercury and Virgo. It just doesn't make sense to hold on to a cycle that was existing in your life anymore. Now, before you guys start saying, oh my gosh, it means it's totally over. No, on the contrary. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. There is something that's been going on within this dynamic that needs to be released. The wands need to be put down. It's a minor arcana. It just means the cycle needs to end. But this is not going to be easy. It's not. It's not going to be easy for you, for them, for the two of you together. But this is going to take work that's going to end up paying off. You got to understand the Ten of Wands. I call it the multitasker energy. This could be just be feeling all kinds of a sense of overwhelm and getting in touch with why you feel overwhelmed. Are you working too much? Do you feel like there's too much on your plate? Are you working and needing to take care of home responsibilities? Maybe your partner's feeling like that. Maybe you guys aren't taking enough time out of your schedules to tend to the relationship in the way that it needs tending to. This could also be there's just too much emotional stuff left from some other energies that you guys have allowed into the relationship, either you, them, the two of you, whatever it is. This could be an overwhelm because of a way of behaving that you need to release, or a way of behaving that they need to release, or releasing of vulnerability, of insecurity, of getting in your own way, self-sabotaging behaviors, anything like that. Those could all create Ten of Wands sensibilities where it becomes too overwhelming and too taxing to stay in. But look, then we have the King of Cups. And we like the King of Cups because this is Libra, Libra and Scorpio. Libra is about the 7th house of partnerships, and Scorpio is about transformation. So it's about, if you want to transform this relationship, there needs to be this tapping into things being made equal, things being made whole, right? So there's got to be honesty, communication, openness, but the energy is here for you to grab it if you so choose. You can't control what your partner does, but the energy is here supporting you guys to do that. And now, what does this mean, though? What does the King of Cups mean? What does that mean when I say equitable? What does it mean? Well, Six of Pentacles is I got your back, you have mine. Is that the way it's been? If you need money, do you feel like your partner's there to help you out with money? If your partner needs money, are you there ready, willing, and able to help them out with money? Is money equitable here? Or is it being like treated in too much of a hoarding kind of way or a miserly kind of way? Is it an issue where maybe it shouldn't be an issue? And this needs to be looked at, having to do with money and resources. If it has nothing to do with money and resources, or one of you communicating and a little more committed than the other, does one of you reach out to the other more than, like, is one of you mostly doing the phone calls, one of you always inciting communications, one of you always inciting intimacy over the other one, you know? And it's, you guys have to have the conversation about it. We got the Five of Wands. Guess what? When that happens, when there's imbalance in that area, yeah, the Five of Wands is going to happen. Of course, Saturn and Leo, there's going to be a battle of the wills because there's ego here, because somebody's being hurt. When ego becomes imbalanced, it's all about fear and vulnerability, right? I mean, Leo, you guys know that. You know, you guys are the sign that gets tagged for having the largest egos. But ego is a healthy thing, for goodness sake. It absolutely is. But when you guys feel like you're the lion, right? When you feel like threatened or whatever, you're going to kind of go back, and the fear is going to make you react in a very egocentric way. But really, it's just based in fear and vulnerability and not feeling good in a certain way. So that, like, this needs to be addressed, right? So if your ego's been dented, or if you've dented somebody else's ego, there needs to be a conversation about that, about, you know, what's considered fair and not fair. Because some of you may be in a space where it's like, look, I work really hard for my money. How about you show up in the same way? I'm just giving that as an example. Or vice versa, right? Maybe they're working really hard and they're feeling really protective of their resources. Or maybe it has nothing to do with money and it has to do with this idea of connection. And then you have to get to the bottom of that, though. Like, why is somebody holding back communication? Why is somebody holding back the full truth? Why is somebody holding back intimacy? There's always something cooking under that. So that needs to be addressed in order for that King of Cups energy to happen. So I feel like once these conversations happen, there can be the rebirth of something. So again, it's most likely yes, but not yet, because certain things have to happen. This is the energy. Do you want to take part in it, Leo? Does your partner want to take part in it? That's going to be the big question. All right, so that's for the yes/no section. Pretty clear energies. So very supportive if you guys want to do it. Again, unfortunately, fortunately, however we want to look at it, is this idea of recognizing the fact that we can only control ourselves, you know? We can't control our partners and who we're with. And I always say, tarot, astrology, I'm doing this a long time, guys. These are hypotheses. These are energies that are available to you. So these are potentials. They're not prescriptive. Very important to understand that if you're going to be seeking messages. Mask. Who's wearing the mask? Mask is not always a bad thing, by the way. So these are Lenormand. They're different than tarot, remember? We recognize them individually, and then we read it as one cohesive message. Okay. Somebody else got... Oh, who else got these messages? I don't remember. I want to say either Gemini or Pisces. I don't know. Let me pull one more. Labyrinth. Okay, let's get an outcome. Oh, all right. Now we got to keep pulling here, my friends. We got the birch bone. All right, good. All right, lilies. Certain cards just sort of message to me. So if you're watching for your other signs, some signs I just had to pull 3, some might pull 4, some might pull 8, and whatever. All right, so we have the mask indicates needing to not show our true, authentic selves. This could be for a bunch of reasons, Leo. For goodness sake, it doesn't mean that it's malicious. It's mean acting on one way. This is the moon in Aquarius energy, right? Where it's like you feel one way inside, or there is a reality that you're feeling inside, but you're not showing it externally. And a lot of times it could be because there's something you're ashamed of. It could be something that you just feel very insecure about, or you might not be showing fully what you're feeling because you're not fully done formulating how you feel about a situation. So rather than biting your nose off to spite your face, right, and coming out, you're acting a certain way while you are reasoning through how you feel about something. But it often comes up, really more than anything, is this idea of feeling sort of ashamed of something, or feeling very vulnerable about something. So we have the Skaith, which means the cutting out of something. We have the Clover, which means very benefic luck. And we have the ending of something. Then we have the Labyrinth energy, which is about trying different strategies until you find the right way, the right path. And we have the Birch Broom, which is all about having a very wicked argument. And it could be you arguing with somebody arguing with you, or you just having a huge argument within yourself, but you getting this message from the other side, Leo. Somebody who loves you, who's passed. And it's going to come in the way of intuition. It can also come in the way of a very long-term friend. Someone you've been friends with for years and years, who knows you, who you trust implicitly. But the message that's coming in is beautiful. It's for your highest good. And it's almost like it's what you need to hear to bring you to this next level. So when we have these energies together, the Skaith, we always have to look at what is the Skaith pointing to? And it's pointing to the Clover, which is luck, which is things going the way that we really want to go. And then we have the Mummy here. This is indicative of this coffin energy about the ending, the death of something, the end of a cycle, but it's the end of something. Now, the luck is going to be cut out. That's going to create an end if this mask keeps getting worn. This is very powerful here. So whoever is wearing the mask, now Leo, I'm not saying you're wearing the mask at all. This could be your partner, or maybe you both are, right? I mean, maybe you guys need to sit down and have a little, I'm not even going to say, right? I mean, you are going to be having an argument. There's no question. But this is the thing. If the mask doesn't drop, any benefic luck that can be blessed on this relationship is going to be cut out. We have the Labyrinth energy. The Labyrinth is about, let me try this way to escape it. Let me try that way to escape it. Let me try this. Let me try that, until you finally figure it out. But the reality is, while you're trying to figure all these things out and trying to skirt issues, you're wearing this mask to try to avoid something. I'm saying you, Leo, but I mean you or your partner. Understand, okay? Please apply the messages as you see fit. You're going to know if it's you. You're going to know if you're hiding something. And it could be something silly from your past that you just feel vulnerable about sharing it with. But the message here is, until you fully explore and expose yourself, or until your partner fully explores and comes clean on something, you're not going to have this benefic energy. Like, to me, the center of this is the clover. The clover is the blessings and the good luck. But until the mask is taken off, if the mask is not taken off, the blessing is going to be cut out, and there's going to be an ending. You could try all you want to escape it in the labyrinth energy. But the bottom line is, it's going to incite this argument either within yourself or within the connection. Until you get this message from the other side, this is going to be such a gift. I can tell you right now that if this is not you, this is going to be a partner. Is going to be reaching this point of epiphany that they cannot escape any longer. So, Leo, this is either you or somebody that you're dealing with, where there's some sort of reality that needs to be addressed from the past. I feel like this is a past. This is something in your past that you are not proud of. This is something from their past that they're not proud of. Or this is something, some sort of duplicity that is going on within you or within them. This could be intimacy issues. This could be fear of abandonment, fear of commitment. There's a fear here. There's something that if it is not cut out and addressed, this is not going to be able to work. But more than that is the fact that we have this inevitable argument happening with the birch broom, an inevitable message coming through that is meant for your highest good. You're not going to be able to escape it. They're not going to be able to escape it. If it's not happening to you, it's going to be happening to them. It's a deep read, guys. It's the way my readings go. I don't know. I know a lot of you don't enjoy the deeper reads, but this is what I do on my channel. I can't. This is okay, let's go. Past, present, challenge, outcome. Past, present, wow. Challenge, yep. Outcome, nice. I mean, come on. Leo, in the past, lovers making the decision to work at something. Recognizing that there was stuff, but you guys at one point, maybe this was a cycle kind of thing, and you were just like, you know what? Let's fix this. Let's just fix this already. Let's fix this. But then right now we have the judgment energy. So Leo, maybe you feel judged, maybe you're judging somebody else, but the judgment energy more than anything does mean needing to make the decision to forgive. Because this is a Pluto energy, and Pluto's about transformation, right? So in order to transform something. Now, even if you guys don't get back together, and I only say that on the off chance because it's yes, probably, but you guys, something needs to be done. You have to make the choice to forgive. Now, what I do like about this for you is that you're going to be acknowledging that every step of the way, whatever decision you have made leading up to this point, in general, you have done the best you knew how in the moment. Doesn't mean that in retrospect you don't say, wow, I wish I would have handled that differently. Doesn't mean that at all. It means that you know that you were working with what you had to work with. I always say with this energy, it's like we all have a certain set of tools in our toolbox, right? And that's all we have to work with, right? So I always say a lot of times, like, if all you have in your toolbox is a hammer, you're going to treat everything like a nail in the moment. And then maybe you'll reflect back on that later on and say, wow, I wish I had the tools that I have in my toolbox now, because I probably would have handled X, Y, and Z differently, right? So it's that acknowledgement that you did the best you could, but also going beyond that, you have to understand that whoever you're involved with, they did the best they knew how in the moment too, even if they made very poor decisions. That when they made the decision in the moment, they felt justified. They felt like if it was for their higher good, maybe they made the wrong decision. Maybe they did. But it was what they decided to do. And there needs to be forgiveness. Again, even if you decide not to revisit something, there's nothing to be gained by holding on to the bitterness, resentment, and anything else. Nothing. It's very self-loving to make the decision to forgive. It doesn't mean forget, because then cycles will be repeating and all of that stuff, right? But forgiveness is a totally different animal, right? Now, the challenge here is the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is the checklist card, and it's identifying what you don't like about the person in the relationship. So this can be an energy that either you're experiencing or they're experiencing with you, where it's like, I don't like this, this, and this about them, right? But this is a very deep energy, even though it's a minor arcana, because what you're identifying in the relationship, it's sort of a bunch of things at once. First of all, you could be in this space where this could be the person of your dreams, the most amazing person, and they're right in front of you, Leo. But for one reason or another, it's like you are so caught up in past hurts, past resentments, caught up in protecting yourself, that you're not able to see the beauty that's right in front of you, or they may not be able to see that in you. That's one layer of it. Another layer of it is you or your partner may not be actually as ready as you think for this level or this type of relationship in your life right now. Even though you have all of these emotions for them, they may have a lot of emotions for you, lots of love there. But when it comes to the level of responsibility, the sharing, the communication, all of the stuff in the 3D that goes with it, you may not be as ready as you think. And also, in identifying all of these things, you need to get underneath it and get in touch with what is it that you're identifying that you don't like that your partner does, or what they identify as not liking what you do. What buttons is it really pushing in you underneath all of that might be poking in an old scar, an old wound from a past relationship, or maybe from your early life that needs addressing? Right? So, I mean, a very basic example that I like to give is like, if somebody doesn't call you that much, that can make you feel devalued. But on the surface, you're like, you're lousy at communicating. I hate how you communicate. You're not very open. You don't reach out to me and all of this. Well, yeah, I mean, that's a problem, because it's making you feel like you're not valued enough. And of course, it's going to make you feel like they're hiding something, right? I'm just giving that as a basic example. So what is it that they bring up or out that pokes at you in a way that's really uncomfortable? So the challenge here is getting in touch with that. And that's not an easy energy to deal with. It's really not, because at the end of the day, maybe you're not as ready for that relationship as you thought you were. And that's really hard to understand, because especially when we love the person and we want them in our life and we want to be in a relationship, but we can't be in a relationship where we have all the rules and everything going our own way. It doesn't work like that. There has to be reciprocity and compromise, right? So you might not be fully ready to have that, or they may not, obviously it's, chances are it could be the other way around, right? Because you guys are all about being friends with your partners and having that reciprocity. But the outcome is the Queen of Cups, which is really nice. We love this. This is Gemini and Cancer. Gemini is about communication. Cancer is about the fourth house of home, family-rooted emotions too, right? Because the moon rules the fourth house of Cancer. So this is beautiful, because you guys are having conversations about what you want, need, and desire. You're having a conversation about how you feel. Right? How you feel. That's really important, right? Obviously. So really nice. I feel like the forgiveness and getting in touch with this Four of Cups energy, I feel like that's where you're at right now. Seeing if you want to even forgive. There's definitely, you're still in a space of conflict though. This is not happening yet. I feel like, maybe once Jupiter goes direct on the 12th, part of your Jupiter blessings, Leo, depending on what's in your chart, could be things working out, Why not? Okay. First card here. First card is, I know I didn't handle things the right way, but I don't know how to fix it. Okay. I don't know how to talk to you, but I miss you. Wow. These are two basically like, I don't know what to do. So this could be you. This could be them. I need more time to figure this out, but I don't want to lose you. Okay. Well, that's a challenging energy, right? Because it's like, all right, well, what does that really mean? I always say, what does that really mean? What do you have to figure out? Well, maybe, okay. Well, listen, maybe this is the Four of Cups figuring out, where it's like, I know I love you. I know I want this. I know I need to be more reciprocal. I know I need to compromise more, but I really don't know how to do that. I'm having a really tough time doing that. So that could certainly be either you or them trying to figure out that energy. Lightning, sudden change, shocking news, surprise epiphany, upheaval, transformation. Wow. Self-indulgence, focus on self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. It's always good to have that, I think. Axe, break up, separation, stopping the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment. You know, I'm focused on the stopping the pattern there because it seems like that's definitely necessary, right? In this situation. Definitely needing to stop some sort of pattern, a way of thinking. That's, I mean, obviously, it's romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Express your love. Make the romantic gesture. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So addictions come in all forms, guys, right? It could be to alcohol, to drugs, to sex, to food, lust, greed, egotism, money. You know, if these things need to be mitigated, you know. It does seem like that is what, like that kind of some sort of unhealthy pattern in this situation needs to be addressed. And it does seem like it can be, you know, it does seem like it can be. So wait, before we close that up, let's just ask the Oracle, the Astro Oracle, what energy does Leo need to tap into to help them navigate the relationship energies this month? What advice do you have as far as energies for them to tap into inside of themselves? Oh, a sextile. Beautiful. Okay, listen, the sextile is all about opportunity. Okay? Collaborate, explain, provide opportunities, synergize, create opportunities and possibilities for doors to be open. This is about making promises and bringing insights, communication, lots of communication. That's what a sextile is. A sextile is, you know, a blending together. Beautiful. So you want to tap into wherever the sextiles are happening. I mean, if you know your chart, awesome, you could do that. But it's enough to just understand that the energy of sextile means opportunity for there to be a collaboration and communication and a coming together and a meeting of minds. It really is about compromise here. There's a lot of energy of compromise here for sure. It's necessary. Okay, my friends, that is what I have for you. I'll probably see you in a few days probably to discuss the second week of September having to do with career, money, and all that. And I'll throw in the astrology there as well. Okay, thanks, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.